credit, AP, ROGELIO V. SOLIS Mississippi State guard Morgan Williams, 2, scored 17 points to lead Mississippi State to a 71-56 victory over Oklahoma State in the second round of the women's NCAA Tournament in Starkville, Miss. On Monday night, Kansas City Region Mississippi State 71, Oklahoma State 56 Starkville, Miss. The Morgan Williams of March has arrived. That makes Mississippi State a pretty tough basketball team during the season's most important stretch. Williams scored 17 points, hitting several clutch shots and playing lockdown perimeter defense, to help lead top-seed Mississippi State over Oklahoma State 71-56 in the second round of the NCAA Tournament on Monday night. "I thought Morgan dictated the whole game," Mississippi State coach Vic Schaefer said. "She controlled the pace. She ran when we wanted to run and she kept them from running." Victoria Vivians led the Bulldogs 34-1, with 23 points, and Tiara McCowan had a big game with 21 points and 18 rebounds. Those two things were expected, but Williams' emergence as an offensive threat helped Mississippi State separate from the Cowgirls during an intense game. "I was just trying to be another threat on the court," Williams said. "I was playing hard on the defensive end and I felt like I could reward myself a little by shooting." The Bulldogs advanced to the Sweet 16 for a third consecutive season. Williams was the darling of last year's NCAA tournament, hitting the game-winning jumper at the buzzer to beat Connecticut in the Final Four. She also scored 41 points in the Elite Eight against Baylor. The 5'5" senior guard's numbers have been a little down throughout most of this season, though that's more because of the emergence of other players than anything she's doing wrong. She's averaging less than 8 points per game. But on Monday night, Williams was one of the most important people on the court, playing with boundless energy on both ends. "She's the energizer," Vivian said. "If she's out there giving us energy, then we feed off them and want to give that energy back. We play behind them. I feel her coming out amped like that just gave us the mojo to do something good." Oklahoma State 21-11 was led by Kaylee Jensen's 18 points. Lauren Goodwin added 14 points, 9 rebounds and 8 assists. "We got beat by a really good basketball team," Oklahoma State coach Jim Little said. "We got worn down a little bit. They hurt us on the glass." Oklahoma State pushed to an early 20-12 lead late in the first quarter, but Mississippi State rallied and the rest of the first half was extremely close. The Bulldogs took a 35-34 advantage into halftime. No. 2 Texas 85-7 Arizona State 65 Austin, Texas. LaShawn Higgs scored 19 points and Brooke McCarty scored 15 points as Texas booked its fourth consecutive trip to the Sweet 16 with a victory over Arizona State. Higgs scored 15 in the first half, and McCarty took over in the third quarter with 10 points in a 14-2 run that pushed the Longhorns, led by coach Karen Aston Bryant, University of Arkansas at Little Rock, to a big lead and never let the Sun Devils recover. McCarty had 2 3-pointers in the run, and her nifty drives and assists made sure the No. 2 seed Longhorns 28-6 avoided the same kind of home court upsets that hit several host teams earlier in the evening. 7 seed Sun Devils had played eventual national champion South Carolina within a minute of a huge upset in the second round last season, but saw any hopes of catching the Longhorns disappear in the decisive third quarter. Kiana Ibis scored 27 to lead Arizona State 22-13. No. 3 UCLA 86, number 11 Creighton 64 Los Angeles. Jordan Canada scored 21 points and Japristine added 16 points to lead UCLA to a victory over Creighton. UCLA, 26-7, reaches the Sweet 16 for the third consecutive year and advances to the Kansas City Regional, and will face Texas on Friday. Canada made 6 of 7 shots and dished out 8 assists to lead the Bruins. The senior guard, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year and 3-time All-Conference guard, has scored 20 or more points in 6 of her last 8 games. Monique Billings scored 15 points and Kennedy Burke added 11 points for UCLA. Audrey Faber led Creighton with 20 points and Olivia Elgar added 13 for the Blue Jays. Albany Region UConn to 25th Sweet 16 Stores, Con. Visa Collier scored 23 points and top-seeded Connecticut beat in-state neighbor Quinnipiac 71-46 on Monday night to advance to a 25th consecutive Sweet 16. Isura Stevens added 14 points, and Kia Nurse chipped in with 13 points for the Huskies 34-0, who found themselves in a much slower-paced game than their 140-52 first-round rout of St. Francis, Pa. But Connecticut was not threatened in this one either. They opened with a 9-2 run and never trailed, leading 33-18 at halftime. Ganfei had 12 points to lead the 9th-seeded Bobcats 28-6, who saw their school record 23